Welcome everyone to this new podcast with us. So I'm Gio, here with me is Bhaskar. So we are here to discuss this 2013 movie Prisoners by Denis Villeneuve. It's available on Amazon Prime. There are going to be spoilers, so please do watch this podcast only after you have finished watching the movie. It's a very interesting movie. It's a thriller. So please do finish the movie and then come here to watch this. So Bhaskar, I have a question first.
Yes.
I've been understanding about the movie, and it is told that it is a movie you don't recommend to a young parent. But
Okay.
that is what I've done to you. I've
Yes.
asked you to watch a movie which is not supposed to be recommended for young parents.
Yeah.
So how did you feel like first as a father,
Okay.
as just after watching this movie?
Right. Right.
Yeah, that's the question. Yeah.
Thank you, first of all, for the welcome. I'm glad to be here every time we join together for a conversation. Yes. Prisoners, when I heard the title Prisoners, I was like, okay, sounded like a crime thriller or something. I was reluctant to watch any movie, and I watched. When I watched, I mean, to be very honest about this, I hope it's okay to share it here in the platform. Was about what came to my mind was my own children. The one I is with me and the one who's not with me, both of them. And the losing of the second one, and there's there's this moment where I did feel like uh, didn't I fight
Okay.
enough for
Okay.
my child, or
Yeah.
like one of the, I mean,
Yeah.
leading character, Dover,
Keller.
who's Keller Dover, played by Hugh Jackman, who's going all the way to fight and doesn't leave uh, any stones unturned, to find them and rescue them, and eventually we'll discuss something about that. For firstly, secondly, also about just the incident itself, losing a child and losing a child, and like why a child,
Okay. Okay. More about suffering.
more about suffering. It's just
Me.
why me, why to a small
Baby.
baby, just so.
Yeah. So sorry to ask. I didn't know it will go there. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know. That's what.
Yeah. So after so I really loved the movie. So I had like in the sense that what really stayed with me was it was like a movie. um like which grows within you after you finish the
Yeah.
movie. It's like Kishkinda Kandam,
Yeah.
or it is like Amadeus. It's
Yes.
like that kind of movies which grows after you finish the movie.
True.
Like it's not like you can move on from the movie very fast, like whether you are a parent or not.
Yeah.
But I think as a parent, I think I think it's very hard to finish this movie.
It is.
Because it's I think even for like as punishment and all, if children are given a task to watch this movie, like if children who go out a lot to play and all,
Yeah, my
their
God.
whole security to go out and play will be just ruined just by watching this movie. So it's a dark movie,
Yes.
but it's a very good movie, emotional movie, and it explores themes of morality, faith, trust, parenting, lot of things. It's I think it's like a huge lot of themes are embedded in the movie. I thought maybe let's start by unpacking
Yes.
the characters from the movie. So like one by one, and the main characters, and then maybe we could go deep into the themes, what the movie is talking about. First, I think let's start with the protagonist of the movie, which is the Keller Dover
Keller.
character whom you mentioned earlier. So with him only the movie starts. The movie starts with a very interesting scene where
Yes.
we are just seeing the forest where he walks later to find
Correct.
the child whom he lost. In that same forest, the camera is moving forward, and then you're seeing like a deer, and then the Lord's Prayer is coming from the backdrop,
Yes.
and then you hear the gunshot, and the next shot is they are traveling in the car. I think not a car. It's like a
Pickup truck.
I think, and inside there is a
Yes.
cross
Yes.
inside the van. You can clearly see that, and then he's talking to his son, and then the movie starts. So, yeah, what did you feel about the character? What do you think that character is? And then maybe I could tell like what I felt.
First, I was drawn into it because there's the Lord's Prayer that is going on, and then there is
A killing.
a killing, not any killing, but a father teaching his son how to shoot,
Yeah.
how to kill, and later we know in the car they are conversing about.
Yeah.
When the chips are down, like what do you do? How do you survive? When you do not have what you have, the civilization and its benefits, when you don't have it, how do you maybe cope up? So
Yeah.
then I realized, oh, okay, here I have a very courageous, masculine Christian father who seems to be also conservative dad, and who's teaching his son. But at the same time, I was very happy about the scene because he's teaching his son firsthand. He's somebody who's taking out time to be with his son, take him out, teach him, and parenting wise, I was with Keller already.
Okay,
I was like
okay.
very good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm with Keller, working class
Yeah.
person. So I mean, he's a carpenter, and
Yeah. Yeah.
so I was impressed because
Like the way of parenting.
I wouldn't
Well,
mind.
he's almost talking down on the son. Like it just feels like the son is a bit suffocated by this guy. Maybe he's also too big.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. That's true. I still felt like
Like he's breathing down on the.
I think to an extent it is fine, at least in the initial
Initial.
hand-holding. Without the shade, you might get lost. So I think initially it is required.
Okay.
I think what I was more later I realized what happens to son, and how
Okay.
he suffers under the shadow.
Okay.
But I felt like just the very act of father being present with him and teaching him,
Yeah.
I just felt like that is of tremendous value. So
Through the movie is like, do you see it somehow impacting the son? Like,
but towards the end, the problem is he takes away that agency from the son. He doesn't let him
Be.
also be himself. He's like, you be with mother and it's my job.
Yeah.
So he's also not giving him the freedom. That is my concern. But apart from that, I still felt like
okay. You're seeing him more like a father.
yes, a father doing what a father does with, with his son.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, for me,
I felt like deep down, maybe even I do have this fascination for hunting, or also I felt like it's a sport. You're also kind of playing with your dad. So maybe that's what I felt. So
okay, yeah, that's good. Yeah, so that character I felt is very interesting, especially so what are the things he is like? His favorite song is the American national anthem.
yes.
I mean, in the scene Thanksgiving, in the scene that's what he wants to. His wife tells, I mean, he listens to sermons in his pickup van. And he's a carpenter, very like Jesus, maybe.
Yes.
Yeah. So he has, I think, repair and all. I think something is written on the vehicle. Keller Dover repairs workshop, something like
works
that.
with wood and works with several materials.
Yeah. And then we get to know about him, like about a place where later he tortures another character called Alex Jones. So that place, it was his father. His father suicided there. So he also has a troubled past.
Yes.
So it is from the troubled past. I think also high chances he could go into a relapse of maybe alcoholism. He could become angry. But he still chose to have a family, like a sorted, that sort of like he has a home of his
American
own.
dream.
American dream. He tells about the home, like they haven't fully paid the money for this home, but stop. So in the sense that, like he has a rifle at home, like and he's prepared for even COVID-19. In 2013, the movie is there. It seems like he's anticipating a lockdown, and like his underground, this thing is filled with things. He is ever prepared. He's like the virgins in the Jesus parable, who is ever waiting for the the bridegroom to arrive with the bride. So he is fully prepared in that sense. So in some sense, he has a lot of faith. I think a lot of faith in himself, a lot of, I don't know, like
faith in preparation also.
Yeah, faith in preparation, like faith in his actions.
Yeah.
He truly believes faith is truly manifested in the actions.
Not
I think
just sitting and praying, but
not just sitting and praying.
Take action.
Yeah, take action. Like, you do your thing, and then maybe God will do his.
But his wife is the quite opposite to it.
Yes.
And, her name is Grace.
Correct.
Grace Dover.
Yeah.
And we are introduced to her. We meet her
initially.
She's very sweet, and even her Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
The chemistry between them, and also towards the later stage, what happens to her and all. Dover representing this, the contrast there. Dover is the macho, masculine, action-oriented, father who's a protector, who provides, who's that sort of a father.
Yeah.
And Grace is, very soft, she's she's a mother of two.
She's the way of grace. Like in Tree of Life, like Brad Pitt's character is like the state of nature, and that mother is like the gray. So it just seems like a similar sort of family, like here placed. But just that movie was told more from that mother's vantage point. Here, like you're seeing more of the father's point of view.
Then you have the son and daughter. Again, very cute daughter, Anna. Kind of reminded me of Lucy's innocence.
Lucy in
Lucy
Narnia.
From Narnia. Her, that little skirt, and how she climbs up the RV van and things like that. Then I think we must focus on the other protagonists. So, I would also call him the protagonist of one kind. Jake Gyllenhaal, who's played this character named Loki.
Yeah, detective.
Very detective Loki, very peculiar character. How do you see him? Like, how do you describe
Loki is also very interesting. Like for Loki, like if you look at his body, he is filled with tattoos. Like he will have a slanted cross on his hand. Then he has this star here.
Yes.
I think representing some Sumerian myth. So his name Loki is coming from a Greek god. So he is like an eclectic sort of a guy. I don't know. I just feel, but in his actions, I'm just looking at the description.
So wearing a ring.
His first scene is he's talking about that Chinese, this thing, he's eating and then, she's coming in tarot cards or something like that, So he is very interesting. He is how do you say, he's like an empiricist. So I felt like he is like a surgeon. He's like a scientist. He cares about the truth, but he's also a bit detached from it. That truth does not destroy him or consume him. And we understand also his path. He's also very similar to him. Like he grew up maybe as an orphan. Like we get some references where he tells in that scene with the father. We understand that he grew up in a foster home, maybe even bullied or maybe even sexually violated, and then to become like this, like he is not. He's not resentful to the society or to anything. Like he's trying to pull himself together and to do what he could do. Like in that beginning scene itself, like to enter the van of Alex Jones, the first scene, like he tells, I'll enter first. Or the way he does things. He's also sensitive to some sense, like he understands that Alex Jones has the IQ of a 10-year-old. Then he's able to understand, this guy is not really getting...
he's softened after he learns the fact that he has an IQ of a 10-year-old. That's what I think. He is led by his intuitions that he's
evidence.
Truly a detective, when he is actually capturing Alex Jones and the RV. He is assaulting him. He goes and he picks up his gun and he says, show me your hands, and the usual routine he does. He softens later when he learns the new fact.
Yes.
I felt like
he's a skeptic, I think.
Somebody who is, taking the next step based on the new revelation that he is getting, not necessarily
Yeah.
based on what he believes or what he
Yeah.
feels about a certain thing.
Correct.
Somebody who's, like you said, empiricist,
Yeah.
evidence backed,
Yeah.
person. He's also into action, but completely driven by evidence.
Yeah.
Unlike maybe
Not driven maybe by faith, like
Yes.
fully by faith. Like he is driven more by reason, evidence, rationality.
Keller feels he's the abductor, but
Who
Keller Dover
feels
Hugh
Alex Jones is
Jackman,
that?
Alex Jones is the abductor. He has the intuition. He's like, I knew it. That's
Yeah.
what he's claiming, even when he's talking to him. But
Keller is also driven by evidence in some sense, no? Because this guy tells him, no, like while I was taking, like the moment when Keller is very angry that this guy is released from the.
But after that, after learning he has an IQ of a 10-year-old, and he
No, not IQ of 10-year-old. He's coming out when he's pushing that guy. He
Correct.
tells, no, while I was taking them, they were.
After that only they cried.
They cried.
True. That is true. But I'm saying he's still feeling a hunch that he has something to do with my daughters.
Okay.
Though at that stage, I mean, the screenplay is presented to us also in a sense that maybe he is not entirely responsible. Maybe there was somebody else in the RV. Maybe he's not responsible for that.
Okay.
So I mean, you still have some questions,
Okay.
You don't have a conviction that he is the abductor.
Okay.
So this, for some time, at least for some time, Loki is not fully doubting Jones that he might have been. He's not led by that. He's like, still let the evidence lead me where
yeah. That's also because Loki can be like that, no. But this guy is thinking. But there's that scene where he tells, no, like most children who are abducted more than 5 days, you don't get them back. So this guy is driven whenever evidence will lead him.
Yeah.
But if I just wait for evidence to lead me, I may not get my child back.
Yes.
So I have to just go do what it needs to be done. Like, so if I just wait for things to happen, then things may not happen. It will be like that lady who lost Alex Jones as a kid. Like you are not doing anything. Like so he's driven, I think, more by an urgency, like a necessity. Like so that's what I really understood about this character. Keller Dover is a man of necessity. He believes that he's like in the state of nature sort of a zone.
You got to do what you got to do.
He doesn't like just think a rule of law, institutions, or police. They are going to come rescue you. If you are in a situation, you have to find a solution for that, because the loss will only be yours.
Yes.
So like that's what he is believing in. Like and that's what he tells the son, and he's prepared for those things also. Like why he maybe would have given a red whistle for the young girl, like she's playing. He's preparing her for a potential situation of emergency. So in that sense, his temperament is driven by necessity. Like maybe his belief in God itself is driven by necessity. Is what I felt. Like,
absolutely.
Absolutely. Like God is necessary. It's not because I desire God. Like God is like, it's like necessary for my existence.
It is interesting you say this, because the Lord's Prayer, we hear that 2 times in the film. One is literally in the jungle where they are taking down a deer. Another time where he's struggling to utter Lord's Prayer, where he's locked up Jones in this small tiny casket sort of a structure. And there he's again, lawlessness.
He's torturing him.
Torturing him. It's not a safe space. So that is the time where he is talking about, kingdom of God.
He is that's necessity, like the first situation, I think he's being grateful to God because the focus is more on give us our daily bread. And the second instance where you tell, the focus is more on forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespassed against us. So he is not able to finish that line. Like I think there's a moral conscience and his actions are so dissonant. Like there's a cognitive dissonance sort of a scenario. And I think he prays in the final resolution scene also, like when he is with the whistle. That's how the movie ends, like so. I think 3 times.
I understand.
So So that time the mood is very different. He is being dependent on God, like
completely dependent.
There's a complete sense of like a surrender.
The only thing he possibly could do is whistle, pray. That's all. He cannot.
He's not praying. He is praying, but even there, he enters with a this thing, a torch.
He's prepared there.
He's prepared there also. It's not like he's not prepared.
Yes.
Like other things he kept this thing revolver and all he kept inside the bag this thing, but here I think why he is able to see the whistle is because of that torch.
That torch, yes.
And this whistle he only had given the daughter. So it's like a very it's a very good story in that sense. It's not like taking a side like this or that. So I felt it is very good, and Loki's character transformation at the end also. Like I think that brilliant scene at the end, like the first time I watched that scene when Anna is rescued from like Alex Jones, the aunt, like not aunt, like supposed aunt, Holly, you know,
Holly Jones.
Yeah, Holly Jones. So and she shoots Loki, like there's something which breaks his eyes. And he's driving back with Anna, who's already intoxicated with that concoction that is made. And he's driving, he can't see anything, and Anna is like in it, like any moment she could pass out and she will die. And it's night, it's fully like it's so well shot also. I was thinking like why. Because that movie is not giving it for like a relief. Like otherwise they could have had a comic relief in between the movie. In no way that movie.
It's not for the thrill of it.
It's not for the thrill of it, or for like long shots are often in movies for people to breathe. No?
Yes.
But here that long shot, I was just thinking like why would it be like that? Then like this thing was that I think that's the only he has to just trust, no? Like where will there be a hospital there? Like he is driving almost without seeing. Like they think now faith is a substance of things hoped for the evidence of things not seen. So it's literally he's not trusting evidence. The evidence is not seen. Like I don't know. He's driven by something beyond. No? So in some sense, Loki also becomes, I think, a bit more into faith. You can really see the character.
But although you said that he's a little detached, but this case he's not fully detached. In the sense,
at the end, no?
Yeah, towards the end, he is making a promise to Grace Dover that don't worry, I'll get the daughters. I'll get your daughter. He's making that promise, and he's losing his mind over this case. And also when he's talking to the priest, when he's investigating also. But he's reminding him of a boy home, and it seems like there is some sort of a personal stake, which is not admitting, or it's not like very explicit. Just his state and excessive blinking of his eye, and how he's sort of towards that, like you rightly mentioned, he is not able to see, but he is driving with this hope that I somehow, and he's begging Anna, Anna, stay with me. Stay with me. He sees
that's when he's very vulnerable, I think, throughout the movie. I think it happens also because he realizes the limits of his thinking, or maybe his own presence, no? The presence of his own empiricism. Like the father tells him actually, like this guy actually was waging a war against God. And even in this thing, finally, why he finds out Anna is not because of his intuition or his evidence. Like what happens at that moment is in the hospital, like Keller gets to know from Joy, that girl who was found out, the Franklin's, that daughter, that you were there when we were inside this thing, abduction, that space. At that moment, what happens is Keller understands that it is this aunt's, his aunt's place, but he thinks it is that place where he was torturing Alex Jones. So what happens is he goes there and rescues Alex Jones, but this guy only went there. So the reason why finally he rescues the girl is not because of his evidence or anything. It is because of just a chance that his superior tells him, go inform his aunt that we have got back Alex Jones. So it's also a chance, no? In that sense, it's not his intuition, his evidence, his empiricism, which finally, I think Anna, saves Anna. So and he's also thinking like, why didn't I realize like that pendant which is here? And I have come to this place earlier.
Correct.
It's not that he hasn't been there earlier. He has been there. Why didn't I realize this connection? Like I was there, and how Alex is feeling. Like when he's with the aunt, like why I didn't understand. I think maybe I don't know, that he's being vulnerable or he's being intellectually humble. Like I think the scenario forces him to be humble and on his knees.
Absolutely, and you like we mentioned for Keller Dover, it is not his a little bit of preparedness. Also, it him in that pit. You don't know whether Keller would be
Yeah.
saved by Loki or no. That's a different thing.
Yeah. But what do you think?
Um, maybe he'll save him. Yeah, I think Keller, because I feel like Loki is in a place where he might want to listen to something more than evidence.
Okay.
Because just before the climax, he is talking to these guys who are taking up, and he says,
Yeah.
almost reluctantly, he doesn't want to sort of
Yeah.
affirm that statement,
Correct. Correct.
but he's reluctantly saying, and as if asking for
Prepare
somebody's
for the
validation. Yeah, hope for the best and prepare for the worst.
Absolutely.
And when he's saying prepare for the worst, he is definitely having Keller in his mind.
Yeah.
The only person who is prepared to that extent in his life is Keller.
Yeah.
Till that point, he has
Yeah.
only seen Keller.
Yeah.
And he's considering.
Yeah.
But for me, what's more interesting, whether he'll save him or no. Two outcomes are there.
Yeah.
It's not
he
about
could also. Another factor is also just the scene before what you said. In the hospital, Anna is thanking this guy, no? Like Anna,
Yes.
the mother, and
Yeah.
the other child, Joy, they
Course,
come
yeah.
and then they thank, this guy for saving her. He asked about the whistle.
Correct. Yeah.
So he's still
Yeah.
naturally he might connect to the whistle. Otherwise, I don't know whether if you just hear a whistle,
True.
but this guy is aware that mother tells no, she lost the whistle.
Yeah.
She says she found the whistle, but it's not with them.
Yeah.
I just got
It's a
another
new
whistle.
one, yeah.
So he is aware that there is a lost whistle somewhere.
Correct.
So I think that whistle is like the taxi in Taxi Driver.
Ah.
It's like a call for saving,
True.
like whistling
Yes,
call
yes,
for
yes.
saving,
He is
like
going
a
for that,
like
yeah.
symbolic plot device.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
And Moshe, as you were saying,
other characters you want to go?
Absolutely. Maybe very quickly, then we can talk about
Yeah.
these themes. I think we can talk about Alex Jones and even Bob Taylor.
Yeah.
Put
Yeah, Alex
together.
Jones. Alex Jones. Let's start.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alex Jones. I think Alex Jones was like the reason why I really loved the movie. Like I watched it 2 times. I couldn't have the courage to watch it again. But Alex Jones just stayed with me.
Why did he stay with you?
Why? I was just thinking of him. The innocence. He was just playing outside at his home. That videotapes we see from his mother's home.
Riding bicycle.
He's playing bicycle and all, and then he's abducted. And the kind of torture these parents as in not parents, like how do you say, those abductors have inflicted on him. It's unimaginable, no? Like that maze, like you finish this maze, like we see that book also, no? You finish
Yes.
that maze, then
Can go home.
like you can go this thing, and then that snakes, like she tells about that incident, no? Like they used to
Her
torture.
husband used to be
Her
interested
husband
in
used to.
snakes.
I don't know whether it is just torture with snakes or whether they use the venom to make that concoction. I don't know what
Yeah.
exactly is happening.
It's open-ended. Yeah.
Open-ended, but somehow snakes are used to threaten, and these children are completely traumatized because of this. And that trauma is not over. No, you are always conscious of her. Like she is just with you. Like he's the first person whom they abduct as a couple. So then only they abduct that other guy, Bob Taylor.
Yes.
Bob Taylor then escapes. That's how we finally,
Correct,
see him what he does. But like he hasn't grown. No, he's still a child at heart. So he abducted them in the sense that to play. I think I don't know. In some sense, if you just look at it legally, yes, he is also a culprit.
Yes.
Like Keller is right. It's not like Keller is completely wrong that he was not involved in the whole abduction. But the point is, we don't know things for sure.
But one thing I'll just add to that is that the trauma, the torture that he has gone through, and he's still sustaining. Because Holly is still controlling her, controlling him. When Loki comes to home, she's sitting right next to him.
Yeah.
And he's not able to speak up, and I'll stay in the next room, and things like that. I mean, now that I think about it, what could have happened to Loki also?
Yeah.
That's just, it gives me chills and
Yeah,
of
yeah. This is a movie which works better in a second watch. It's like an Inception.
yeah. That, he picks up the dog and then, he makes it whimper
Correct,
and
correct.
then he drops it.
At night,
At
she's
night,
going for a dog walking.
And then, in spite of, Dover torturing him, and there's a scene where Birch family comes. He's trying to escape. He breaks the glass and he's trying to escape. And
inside the torturing space.
I also felt like, just like how Holly Jane and her husband, they are waging a war against God, in the sense they were hurt with the death of their child, and they are causing tremendous pain on these innocent children.
Yeah.
And these innocent children also hurt people, hurt souls. They may not be capable of the same kind and degree of violence as Holly and her husband, but still, it has an impact on them, which is what you see as him taking the dog, or he's also kind of letting it on Keller. He's like, okay, finally, when the pain is unbearable, or when he's in his weak moment, he's saying he's giving the clue in the maze, but he can't fully speak the truth because of that chains that are.
He's also in a maze, no? His mind is, I think, split.
It is.
His mind is not like an integrated mind, no? Like it's very disintegrated.
In fact, Bob Taylor is a very good example of that. When Loki is investigating him, he's sitting and just drawing maze.
Yeah.
He's so conflicted. He's not able to, bring out the truth that is in him and what he's been through. The house and,
you're just stuck within your mind or in that maze, no? Like the people who live within their heads.
Absolutely.
They are just living within their heads, I think. I think it's also this guy. Like both of those children are traumatized.
Yes.
But the thing with Alex Jones has not escaped that.
Yeah.
So the only way he can express that, how do you say, that injustice or whatever, is through punishing whatever she loves, which is that puppy.
That dog, yeah.
And I don't know, I think, there is, you are right, like they have that, there's that resentment and as children also, I think children also do it. So even if his mind of 10-year-old, he might want to express that feeling.
I would say kudos to the writers, because here too, they're not trying to make it black and white. They're still trying to, keep some of these tabs open, and, things are possible.
Correct.
Capacity for good and inclination for evil. You hurt because you were hurt, or some people, try to withhold hurt.
Yeah.
But in this case, we are talking about people who have gone through pain and have decided to hurt others, in that sense.
Yeah.
Maybe in different degrees.
Yeah.
You are still a victim of Holly and her crimes, and then, the pain that I'm not saying he's evil per se. That's where, that's how these things are coming out. It's not like he's intending to go and hurt Anna or Keller. Or
he wanted to just play with them. I think that's what happened.
Yeah. He felt he could play with her.
Yeah. So, I think all the three stories are connected. So let's just take them together.
Yeah.
Like Anna, not Anna, Alex Jones,
Yeah.
Bob Taylor, and what's her name? That aunt, Holly Jane and her husband. So, Holly Jones and her husband. So, basically, what happens is Holly Jones and her husband were devout Christians, evangelical. So,
Yes.
they were. So they used to go as per what she says. If we just trust the narrator, so she says they used to go around into the countryside distributing pamphlets, spreading the word of God, spreading the good news. And what happens actually is with their son, they used to go in that camper.
Yeah.
And that picture also has that picture of the husband, which has, you can see that camper at the back, him with the locket. And what happens actually is they lose their son, the young boy. Correct, no?
Yes.
They lose their son, and then what happens is, so they want to prove to the world, like they are waging a war against God, means they are not saying God does not exist. I think I just told you earlier also that their war is against like peeling the mask of God, like you are pretending to be a good God. You are deep down not good. Like I am going to show the world you are evil. Like you are deep down, you are malicious. You are not a good God. And that's where the whole metaphor of the like snakes, like a lot of those things seems very Genesis 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
So again, that metaphor, like I mean, in Genesis also, which is used by I mean the serpent. Is
The
there
serpent that deceives Adam and Eve.
Yeah, the serpent that deceives Adam and Eve is that it's not creating a distrust in the existence of God or in the power of God. It is creating a distrust in the intention of God, in the goodness of God. Why would a good God withhold you from the tree of good and evil and the tree of knowledge? If he was a good God, he would have given everything to you. Why would he have set a boundary for you? So here also it's like very similar. Like so all those parents who have lost their kids, so they believe they will lose faith in the goodness of people maybe around them. How can you trust someone like if in the neighborhood, like it's like a secure neighborhood, supposedly, like you're going for Thanksgiving to your neighbors, supposedly, like they have a good community, right? Like it's not like a very isolated
neighborhood. Yeah.
safe neighborhood. It's not like where people are not connected to each other. They are very close, and they go to each other's homes for festivals. So even in that neighborhood, what happens when something like this happens? And just imagine that moment. No, what if Keller and his wife Grace Dover, they don't get back the child, and Joy comes back to Franklin family. So it's like he is asking that question, like, I did everything, but my daughter didn't come back. So it just creates something between them also. Like, it's not conscious, but so they are able to create some, I don't know, not a distrust, some, like, I can't trust anyone in this world. Like,
I feel like it makes a dent on the faith.
Yeah.
Because till that moment, everything is right, and Grace is still believing her husband. After Anna's abduction, Grace is, when she's completely withdrawn and she's taking pills and she's on the bed whole day long, she's crying. When, Keller comes in, she's again, you promised me that you will, bring her back, make her bring her back. Why?
Yeah.
She's saying, but she's also saying, why are you not doing this? Why are you failing to do so? Why is this happening to us? Why did you let this happen to us? Like, that's the question. Kind of, I felt like you made a dent to a tanker, and slowly the faith is
tend to
depleting.
any kind of stability. It's like they feel like all the certainties in their life are vanishing. They are living a life of, like, he's a working class person, like, the kind of lifestyles they have, it's not like a fast moving urban sort of lifestyle where they are in a suburban, I don't know what to say, it's not like a typical New York sort of a space.
It's not a metropolitan
city. There's a rhythm to their life.
It's fairly predictable.
Predictable.
What happens.
Like you know what happens. Who will be here. You are aware when a new RV is there parked.
Yes.
Like if it's just a metropolitan city, you won't even be aware whose car is parked where. So yeah. So in that sort of a city, the certainties are taken away. Like I think that's what they are all being tested. Like if the movie does something well, the movie tests every character.
Yes.
Like Grace, like you asked the wife, she just thinks her husband is like a savior, and she just becomes I don't know, whatever she just doesn't know what to do other than to just and eat medication to get to sleep. And that other family, Franklin's family, is a bit passive, I think, initially.
That was interesting. I think I mentioned this to you. Keller is the action man. He goes, captures Alex, and puts him in this casket. In this room, and then he's investigating. He's like you said, he can't fully trust or completely trust only in the justice systems. Like, I'll take things to my hand. Because they just let him go after a day or so.
What if, like, he's I think he's also anxious. I felt like that Keller character and his daughter also, they are very anxious.
He starts drinking again, which he left 8 years ago, like he confesses to Loki, and he starts drinking again. Though in front of him, he drinks to cook up a story.
Yeah, yeah.
But later we do see he's drinking.
Yeah, yeah.
In fact, out of
When he's walking, that brilliant scene, no? Like,
yes, he is doing that. But this family, although they come, I mean, Franklin feels no, it's not okay to torture. We don't know anything about him. What if we are wrong? You know, those things. But the wife is like, let Keller do what he is doing.
Yeah.
And he even, stops him from letting Alex go. So he said, don't do it.
Yeah.
Our daughter is, probably with him. That's what. She's not taking it to her hand, but she's letting
I think
Keller
she
do
did try to take it to her hand, no? Like the scene
that didn't
starts
work
like
out very well. Yeah.
the scene starts with him coming home. So she's questioning him, why didn't you tell me? If I would have known, I would have done this thing. So take me there. So she is just like Keller. She's just a Keller in another feminine whatever
version.
form.
Okay.
She's just the him. Like her husband is the guy who is different. So what happens is, so she tells, take me to him. So she confronts him as if, why didn't you tell me, like, or us together? And that guy can't keep that secret to himself. So he, confesses to his wife and all. And then what happens is they go there and she becomes like a savior.
Yes.
She thinks, okay, his methods are not working. So I'll go, and she opens this thing. And then she becomes violent and she sees the consequences of her actions, or I don't know, some grace, or she was just playing the good cop, bad cop, I think. But she understood it's not really working. That's when he tries to escape and it creates a chaos.
Yes.
Basically, it leads to more violence.
Yeah.
It's like a great, good intentioned person creating much more evil in the world. Like Dan Keller, who's not maybe that good intentioned, but he is a bit more restrained.
Yeah.
Then after that, she knows, okay, I don't desire to do the dirty job. But this is a necessary job.
True.
So it's like we do give those tasks to army, no?
Army, police.
Like security jobs are always like that, no?
Yes.
Any security jobs. Like we want jobs wanting freedom, no? Freedom as the primary value system, like poetry, artist, filmmaker,
photography,
like consultant. All these jobs, the efficiency creating jobs, or freedom creating jobs, or maybe even equality creating jobs like activist or judge, lawyer, etc. So here is a job which is the primary value system of that job is driven by necessity, like order. Now the story, we don't know what that character's further motivation is.
But her, like, as we are speaking about this, I mean, her own complexities. Again, I mean, we have referred to this multiple times so far. This idea of a maze, several movies on thrillers have actually, especially psychological thrillers, have referred to maze.
Yeah.
And this movie has an extensive reference to maze. And the title of the film is Prisoners. Probably we could dwell a little on that particular theme. An overarching theme from the beginning till the end. What kind of mazes or prisoners were you able to see through the film? And, maybe mazes which are visible and mazes which are not visible also, if you could dwell on that.
The thing, we'll start about the themes. I think this is one of the themes, I think, really well. So in this movie, you can very clearly see, like, specifically, like if you look at Bob Taylor's home, very clearly you can see the maze. The house is filled with maze. And the whole idea of a snake itself is like a maze, like I used to think in childhood, like it used to look like a snake, when this thing is opened and then he looks at the snake and underneath are the clothes of the children in Bob Taylor's home. Pig's blood is it's a visceral scene, I just taken aback. So I feel like and even the pendant, there is a maze there. More than anything, like I was thinking, the cinematography of the movie, like all are frames within frames, shots, and the characters are walk either horizontally or they walk like this. They don't walk like this. So you can very clearly see, like especially that place where he tortures him, no? So all the places when they walk, it just feels like a maze. And there's some darkness also, like until you go there, you don't know what it is, sort of a thing. So Yeah, I think that's why the title of the movie is Prisoners. Because if you look at the title card, you'll find the O as a mace. Inside O, so go back to Amazon Prime. So watch the title credit. This thing you'll find it O. O is the mace.
Are you saying our belief systems can be our prisons? I mean, mental prisons.
Prison, not exactly prison. They could bind us, no?
Okay.
There are unknowns.
Yes.
Uh,
They could blind us and bind us.
Yeah, there should be some humility that we are bounded beings. Okay, whatever we believe, we are. Like Herbert Simon, the public administration theorist, has this thing called bounded rationality.
Yeah.
That we are human beings who are bounded in time and space.
Correct.
So rationality, even if you are a rationalist, like this guy Loki, the rationality is bounded, no?
Correct. Yeah.
So why he is not able to see the truth that the father is telling is because of his experiences with the father, and he's so dismissive about it when the other policeman brings the father and father tells that this man was waging a war against God. He just laughs at it, as most people might just laugh at it.
I mean, there is mental prison, physical prison, emotional prison. What type of a prison does Holly Jones put herself into? I mean, though she might be the abductor, she might be the evil. Seems like she too is in a prison of one kind. Like, what do you think?
Yeah, it's about like that. How you started the session, no? Why a child? Like I have been doing good. I don't deserve it. She was like an angel who, it's the same story, Satan sort of a story, that she was someone who was so passionate about this thing. And many people, for them, faith, that silence of God, like a lot of things, it's so difficult maybe for her to process, and she took a path.
As you're sharing about her, an angel or a believer, and then this happens to her, and then she gets rid of faith and wages a war against God, so that she can take his believers away from that faith, or like you said,
peel the veil. Peel the veil. Yeah.
I actually wonder. I don't know what is the answer. I wonder what would have happened. Just what would have happened if Anna did not come home. Like I really think.
Yeah, it could have become very worse. No, just look at Keller. No, his faith is so deteriorating. Like if you just look at the cinematography, that first shot we see the cross very clearly.
Yes.
And then Anna is coming, and they go inside the home. You can that shot you can really see the cross.
Okay.
And then in that scene when Keller is taking Franklin to the torture home, like Keller tells Franklin, "We have to go someplace." You will find the cross is slowly wobbling, and then by the end, when he's in the car, that cross is out of focus. Basically, what is happening, like what you are visually telling is, like there was some clarity there. Then slowly it is wobbling. Then finally, that cross, like if you are believing in a man who was fully tortured on the cross. Then when you do this to a person like this, aren't you able to see the Christ in him? Because this guy just looks like Christ. Like anyone who has seen Passion of Christ, and if you look at the eyes of Alex Jones, it just looks like that painting of Christ. Like there's a famous painting which is often kept in the Eastern Orthodox Church, where the Christ is seen with two different eyes. Like one is representing his divine nature, and another is representing his human nature. And that human nature, that one eye is big. So when I just saw that image, it could be interpreted like an all-seeing eye, and you can interpret it differently. But for me, what I felt was, here is a guy who's literally being tortured and crucified. I'm not saying I think to some extent he's completely innocent in terms of his intentions. I know in terms of his actions, definitely, like he is part of maybe this thing. But like you just look at his eyes and this thing. So he's not able to see the Christ. The cross is slowly becoming out of focus in his life. Maybe the kind of God he believes in, it becomes like family becomes a God. Like he is a representative of a conservative, like what is it means to be an American conservative.
He's also running away from that home, like what it stands for. The father.
Home.
His home, the situation of father committed suicide, and he doesn't want to be in that situation again. So maximum preparedness and
Yeah, he
That's-
for me, I thought of Jordan Peterson whenever I was thinking about this character. It
Okay.
felt a lot like Jordan Peterson. Pull up your socks, get your home ordered, get your table clean. So why he was able to pull back after whatever his father. He didn't have a father figure in his life.
Yeah.
Why he was able to pull back and have a family, choose to have kids, 2 kids, have that stability was because he, I don't know, became highly independent. He chose to trust himself. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a mean and nasty place. That sort of a belief, no? So he chose to become like a warrior, something like that. So I am going to do this. So that is the reason why he was able to do. But the point is, there's a limit to that.
Yeah.
Finally, I think the movie, he is being dependent. If anyone could save him, it's not him. It has to be Loki. He has to, as viewers also, if we believe that Keller is safe, we have to trust Loki. He has to trust someone who is not a believer. He has to trust someone who, for whom, who is detached or whatever. So, yeah, I think it comes to that.
But I mean, you did answer that. Just a little follow up on that. It's the faith question. From both, I mean, I'm not trying to sympathize with the evil action, but it is what they did is absolutely condemnable. Both Keller and Holly both. But it felt very human to sort of react that way. I know it would mean much more if you don't give in to the grief and
Yeah.
like how could they have faith? I'm not asking a
How could,
rhetorical question. I mean, in the face of losing an innocent child,
Okay.
probably if you could
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
wrap around your head on that, how can human beings bear so much suffering in their own life, forget what happens outside the world, and then continue to believe.
Yeah, I can completely understand. But the point is, you are believing in a God who suffered for you, no? You're distributing pamphlets saying a man crucified is good news.
Yes.
You are not saying it was bad news, no? You are saying it's Good Friday. You are telling God's prayer, in the sense that you are believing in someone who chose for love to suffer, and that too brutally. I can understand Inspector, Detective Loki is saying that.
Yeah.
So that's why they go that far also. It's that other extreme, no? It's like a, how do you say, it's like those people who are able to believe in God, not able to love God. There's a difference between believing someone and loving someone, no?
Yeah.
Believing someone could be out of competence.
Correct.
Like Franklin's family believes in Dover.
Yeah.
Out of competence that he could torture and get the truth out of him.
Yes.
But they don't love him.
Wow.
They love their daughter. That's why they do that. It's very, very clear. Yeah. It's just it's convenient for them because he does the hard job. So I think there's a difference between these two things. Loving God is more of a relationship.
Yeah.
And definitely in a relationship there is a space for honesty. I think there's the fabulous work outside of the movie. I'm just taking out of the movie. It's a grief observed by C.S. Lewis. I mean, he wrote it after losing his wife, Joy. Yeah, so I think it's hard. I am not saying it's one of the hardest questions philosophically. The question of theodicy: how can a good God allow suffering? It's not like God intends suffering, but how could he even be let suffering happen? Like in the book of Job and all. No, it's not like God is inflicting suffering, but the idea is that God is allowing Satan to test. But why it is? So I don't know. I'm not a philosopher. I think there are I think good works in philosophy also which has tried to resolve or try to settle these debates. but I don't think it's just a philosophical problem. It is a relational problem. It is more about love than about faith. Because what you are, it's connected because you lose love if you lose faith. So but I think I'm not quite sure how exactly to answer, but I don't know. I can understand maybe what Keller does, but what Holly does is much worse.
It is.
Because it's not like in pursuit of his daughter he is inflicting. This is like a collateral damage. I know I'm just nitpicking things, but Alex Jones is a collateral damage if I'm just using that term. But Holly Jones is not. She's actively causing harm to children who are so innocent, have no clue at all what is happening. So, in some sense, like she was that boy was part of whatever was happening. So that's a very different zone from what
she loses her capacity for good because of that.
She
and leans towards the inclination for evil.
She starts believing people have a dark, like, I don't know, that peel that veil down, no? Like once you peel this thing down, it's like Joker. Joker is the best example of someone like this. Because in Batman, he constantly, that's what he tells, no? Like, you can't trust this people of Gotham. Like final act of his thing is like a prisoner's dilemma, no?
Correct,
like the prisoner's boat and this boat, who will this thing? And because both of them trust each other, that's why Batman is able to, somehow rescue Gotham. So what they're trying to break is the trust between people and trust, like a vertical and horizontal sort of trust. Like that's the thing. Like they want to prove to the world everyone is like me. Like or it's just everyone is like me. Everyone, there cannot be joy. Like how can there be joy in this world when I suffer? How can there be goodness in this world when I am going through darkness?
Deep-seated resentment for good and beauty.
It's not coming out of resentment. I don't know. It's where it stems from. It also stems from betrayal, abandonment, shame, rejection. Like a lot of just feels they are being something is held back from them. It comes from something like that. They want to know everything. Like that's what Keller also after a point does. No, like he just he holds the truth so hard that it breaks in his hand, and that like he's just. Like other people are just so passive that they just let this thing. But he's just holding it so tight that his son is suffocating. I don't know. Like like so he's just holding it things so tight.
So the antidote would be in conclusion, faith is love in action. Hopes of a better world.
I think the three things: faith, hope, and love. They are you can't separate one from each other. It's like liberty, equality, and fraternity. No, Ambedkar tells in the Constituent Assembly
they are a trinity.
They are a trinity. Like you can't have one. You can't have liberty without fraternity. You can't have if fraternity is not there, liberty and equality are meaningless. So these things are together, like faith, hope, and love. So so basically, what? So I think. Faith, I think for me also, faith is only possible if there is hope. Like, so in evenings, like if personally, like I'm sometimes afraid. Like Pratibha has to walk. Pratibha is my wife. She has to walk back home. Like, what if there's like a accident, or what if someone abducts? So there are a lot of these questions, but it's also hope. That she will come back home well, or it's also hope that like even if I lose, like I'm going to meet her again, or like what I'm trying to say is it's also like it's also something bigger. There's also hope in eternity. It's like what I'm trying to elevate it to its extremes. So unless and until you have that faith in that hope, you can't let go the other person to do their work. No, I'll just be there, like in the sense that I can't like let go of that. But if I just have hope, I'm not I'm not acting out anything. What happens is like if you love a person only that much, only you'll be able to suffer that much for them. No, Keller, like maybe loves his daughter more than he loves anything in this world. Uh, like it's also this thing about making an idol of family. Like I'm willing to do any whatever it takes. Yes, whatever it takes, you might have to do, but there is no ethical or there's nothing. There's no limits for his this thing.
Yes.
I can understand there are situations which demands us to do things which we won't normally do, but he reaches a point where he's so far away from his own spirit that he has to stop that moral conscience from speaking by drinking alcohol.
Yeah.
So he is loving. Maybe that's what changes with Inspector Loki, Detective Loki. He starts loving her, that girl. Like they start understanding the family. He starts loving her. He's also seeing a child, no, like him. So those three. That's the only reason why he's able to drive the car with his eyes closed.
Wow.
It's like literally faith. Because you love this person and you hope that you're going to find a hospital, you don't know whether there's going to be a hospital. You don't know anything, so you just act out of that love. So I feel faith, hope, and love in truth. Like I think that's the the starting point, and hopefully that
you
helps.
mentioned something in between about something to the effect of not faith by sight, but you have faith.
We live by faith, not by sight.
Yes. Maybe I think that would be the right conclusion.
We live by faith. I think there's no doubt about that. That doesn't mean we don't have an eye.
Yes.
It just means like if I just use the Plato's allegory of the cave, it just means something very simple. It means, okay, have the courage to look at the light. Okay, don't just look at the familiarity of the shadows, which we have been seeing all through life. Have the courage to unshackle yourself, if possible, or believe in a savior who's willing to unshackle you, and then someone who has come out from the cave, and then you having the courage to look at the light, and then maybe going out and seeing things for what they are, not for the shadows that they pretend themselves to be. I think that's a good way to wind up.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for this.
Yeah.